Hello everyone and welcome to episode 138 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. This is Pride FC Worldwide 33. Suleov versus Dan Henderson, our main event for this TV taping. And, as far as we are getting closer and closer to Shockwave, which that Shockwave card's going to be interesting because it's looking like we're not going to be able to have a double title fight as far as a main and co-main, which that was the plan. The original plan was to have maybe three title fights, but it's not looking like it's going to happen just from based off of. At first, I think we're still going to have two. It is the plan. I think we're still able to do two. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me just take a look here. So yeah, we do have the Fabio Maldonado Anderson Silva fight. We do have that plan, and Toby Mata versus Josh Thompson so far. But I believe there's going to be another title fight. I believe we should be ready to go. I don't think it's going to be the welterweight title, of course, because that's going to be taking place at the very next show, is that main event. But we're going to hope to maybe have the heavyweight title. I don't know if he's going to be ready as far as Ben Rothwell. He got fucked up during the Crow Cop fight. So, might potentially just be that one title fight. Even then, Fabio Maldonado and Anderson Silva was a great main event. So we'll take that. But as far as we try to make Shockwave the best card we can every year, and this might be an exception. We might get outdrawn by another card. We'll see, though. But for this worldwide taping here, we'll go through the mail real quick before we run it, as there's only 5 pieces of mail. We extended Shayna Baszler and Tim Zillia and Blake Fredrickson, and then Aaron Simpson has joined Minnesota Martial Arts Academy after leaving AKAs, which is interesting. Him going to a smaller fight camp. But I mean, he absolutely got destroyed in his debut fight in Pride FC, so he's looking to just go back to maybe the drawing board and just kind of figure out what's going on. But for Pride FC Worldwide 33, Suleov and Dan Anderson, of course, our main event. Masako Yoshida taking on Anna Michelle Tavares as the co-main. Women's fight there, 10-pound difference between the two girls. Anthony Torres and Josh Burkeman. And a welterweight contest, same thing for Carlos Condit and Martin Kapman. Carlos Condit looking to really get some big fights in the upcoming year. I think he's ready to go. He's a guy that's looking to make that leap. And, as far as if he beats Martin Kapman, that's going to be a big feather in the cap for him. It's Clay Guida taking on Joe Hurley, another guy looking to rise up the rankings there. That's a tough fight, though, for Clay Guida. Joe Hurley's not someone to look after, not someone to overlook, not someone to take lightly, and he's a veteran, as far as the sport, and he's got a lot of fight experience, and hopefully, if you're a Clay Guida fan, you're hoping for your guy to get that win, but it's a tough fight for sure. Then Jorge Santiago has a impossible challenge here in his debut, taking on John Bones Jones to kick off the TV taping. Yeah, John Jones looking to make 2010 his year for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes on a top 15 guy next year. He's going to be a problem, as we all know. Then Todd Duffy making his debut, taking on Hideki Yoshida, a guy I'm very much looking forward to seeing, because that heavyweight division is stacked. But Todd Duffy, I always thought like he had the tools to become a great heavyweight fighter. Just it didn't really click in real life. Maybe it'll happen here in the mod. And then Casey Nolan taking on Alexis Davis in the other prelim fight. So we'll go through the analytics of everything as two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, though, in Omar Suleov and Dan Henderson, as Henderson's ranked 24th, 8th for Omar Suleov. This is the 9th time the Dan Henderson's main event or Pride event, 2nd time for Omar Suleov. They both won 3 of the last 5 fights. Suleov has finished his opponents, while Henderson's won by decision. Dan Henderson does have the Blur Cat staff picks, funny enough, 6-1 on the Blur Cat staff picks. Tom B, the only backer of Omar Suleov. Of course, Suleov, though, shockingly beat Frank Shamrock. I didn't think it was going to beat Frank Shamrock. I didn't even think it was going to beat Leopoldo Cerro. Especially, Leopoldo Cerro looked like he was going to be a top-flight guy. Knocked him out and also had the TKO finish over Frank Shamrock. It's crazy he lost to Forrest Griffin, but that's a tough guy, Forrest Griffin. Obviously, it's crazy to think he's only lost to Forrest Griffin, Andrei Arlovsky, and then Alexei Olenek and Andrei Semenov. So that was before the mod started, but 4 guys that are part of Pride FC. You look at kind of the names, though. He got that revenge win over Andrei Semenov. He's beaten Melvin Manhoef. He's beaten Gegard Mousasi. He's beaten some tough guys. And he's no small, as far as, like, in that middleweight division. He's 3rd in the world, which is pretty crazy. I don't know where he's ranked. I think it says right I'd sit somewhere around here because it's cut off here. Um, oh, he is the third middleweight in Pride, which that makes sense since he's the third light heavyweight as well. So I figured so. I figured maybe check that out. But 18-4, 2-1 in Pride FC. Dan Henderson now, a lot of fights. This will be his 19th fight in Pride FC, which is just nuts. As far as he's had 19 wins, so just he's gonna have as many fights as he's had wins in his career. Obviously, 39 years old, but Dan Henderson is looking to maybe hit that next level where he thought he was. As far as he left off when he beat Chuck Liddell and knocked out Vanderlei, was awesome. And of course, thought he was going to be Frank Shamrock, ended up losing to Frank, and then kind of went through the buzzsaw of the top 5 middleweights. And we tried to give him Ryan Gents, but at that point, it was too late. And as far as those names, that's a middleweight champion. Rampage is a savage middleweight champion. Mark Hott's a tough guy, and he even lost by split decision there. So it's just tough, as far as losing 6 straight fights. Sent him down the rings though, got some wins under his belt, came back. Beat Rich Franklin, had the TKO win over Keith Jardine. All been good fights so far. As far as in his return, I think there should be a good one here. Suleov's an exciting guy, and it's crazy to think, as far as he's beaten Chuck Liddell in the past, Vanderlei, of course, and he beat Chuck twice, and he's beat Vitor Belfort in the past. But obviously, that was almost a decade ago. But this is a great opportunity for both guys, though. Should be a fun fight. So they both stylistically match up pretty well. I'd say Dan Henderson has a bit of an edge standing, but I don't know. Suleov has been knocking people out, so that could be a very fun fight. And then for the women's side, two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world is Yoshida, ranked 12th. Michelle Tavares, ranked 13th, as Yoshida has submitted 3 of the last 5 opponents. But, it's crazy that Masako Yoshida is the favorite, because, Anna Michelle Tavares, I was very impressed with her run so far in Pride FC. Her debut, she destroyed Tanya Evinger. Destroyed her. Was full-on, a full display of her skills. Sure, she's lost Vanessa Bordeaux and Kelly Waldschmidt and Rosie Sexton. Obviously, those are the top flight, really, girls of our division. So, it's not like she's lost to bums. Masako Yoshida, though, 2-1. Her one loss is against Satoko Shinashi, which, interesting fight, as far as they both were. I want to say that might have been a slight upset. Nope. She was the underdog, never mind, as Satoko Shinashi was ranked 6th, so she was the underdog there. She probably shouldn't have lost to Roxanne Modafferi, though. I remember that fight. As far as Crazy, the person on the right, loses that fight. So she really should be 1-2. That's the way she goes. And as far as, I think Anna Michelle Tavares is going to get this one. Yeah, I'm with Steve on this one. I think she, just her size, I think she has better grappling skills, and I think if she's able to get a hold of her and get her down, it's pretty much over for her. Anthony, the Crush Torres, taking on Josh, the People's Warrior Burkeman. Both guys making their Pride FC debuts on the TV taping. They both have submitted 3 of the last 5 opponents. I just felt like this was a fun fight for both guys. As far as they're pretty relatively close in skill set, and also as far as 17-6 for Anthony Torres, 31. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Both by rear naked choke, but you see he's won by either Darce choke or rear naked choke. So. Yeah, Josh Burkeman, you got to look after that and prevent that and try to do all you can as far as training-wise to avoid that. And he's 13-6 is Josh Burkeman, and he's on a 3-fight win streak. But, again, your rear naked chokes, has got a guillotine win, mainly rear naked chokes and guillotines. But I just felt like they stylistically matched pretty well. Wrestling background for Josh Burkeman, I believe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style for Anthony Torres. So, yeah, this should be a fun little fight. We'll see how they do standing. Josh Burkeman, even though he's ranked lower, is the heavy favorite on the Blurcast staff picks, which is interesting. As we'll see how that plays out, though. The Natural Born Killer, Carlos Condit taking on Martin the Hitman Catman. Catman has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Condit last lost back in January 2005, so he has been on an absolute tear in Carlos Condit. He's 2-1 in Pride FC, so it's been as far as he missed out in 2006, I forget what exactly happened, which is unfortunate. But he's at least, we need to give him more fights. It is really the big thing here. Knocked out Sean Sugar, he's knocked out Eric Davila, but he's got to take on some top guys, for sure. We need to get Carlos Condit in some big-time fights. It's crazy because he does not have a lot of fights under his belt, but obviously we know Carlos Condit becomes an absolute savage. And we just got to, as far as this is really dictating on both Martin Kampmann's ability and what we're going to do with Carlos Condit, because Kampmann has just not had a good run so far in Pride FC. He's still the 11th welterweight in Pride FC, so that would be almost a top 10 guy for Carlos Condit if he beats him. But I just, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Jason Von Flue, that was a tough fight. He was the underdog in that fight, I believe. So yeah, that makes sense. And I believe he was the favorite for the Ryan Stout fight. Yeah, which he should have beat Ryan Stout for sure. As far as he's lost to Eric DeVille in the past, so there is that. I know that was just only 1-round fight, so there's really nothing you can really dictate, but not a good sign if you're Martin Kampmann, because Carlos Condit pretty much made light work out of Eric DeVille and knocked him out pretty handedly. I would probably back Carlos Condit on that one. And then Clay the Carpenter Guida and Joe Hurley Joe Hurley, sure, he hasn't won in 2 years. Still a tough guy, though. You see there, he is the favorite in the Blurcast staff picks. Guida trades a Team Quest. Hurley has an overall record of 2-0 against other members of that team. That's pretty significant. Guida's won his last 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. Clay Guida 5-1, 9-1 as a whole. Just beat Charles Bennett, just beat Shinyogi and Ryan Healy, which I was at least by rear naked choke. Would love to see him be able to knock somebody out. I just don't think it's going to happen. I know he knocked out the local guy, but just don't think it's going to happen for him. Some interesting names, though. I mean, Eddie Alvarez and Ryan Healy and Shinyoki, and of course, fought a ranked guy in Charles Bennett. It's going to be interesting for him because Joe Hurley, I believe he's 20th still, even though he hasn't won in a while. But tough losses, though. I mean, Ramiro Sato, obviously, now a lightweight champion. Lost to Cristiano Marciello, who seems to be on the rise. And same thing for Kitty Floyd. Kitty Floyd's a savage, but he's beaten someone like Jens Pulver and Carl Uno in the past, even though those two were split decisions. They beat Pat Healy, so they both have that. As far as wins over Pat. It should be an interesting fight, though. I'm excited to see how it plays out for Clay the Carpenter Guida. And Jorge Santiago, what a debut. You're getting fed to the fucking lion as a significant weight and reach advantage, a 9-inch reach advantage for John Bones Jones. Even though Jorge has finished all of his last 5 opponents, I don't think he's got a chance in hell against John Jones. 12-4-1, though. That's an interesting record, and he's knocked out, gotten a win by Kimura, and he's got TKO wins and Cage Warriors and MFC and Elite XC. But, you're taking on an absolute savage in there in John Jones. He is ranked, as far as 23rd in the middleweight division. John Jones probably should be fighting somebody a little better than that. I know he's only fought Guy Metzger, Andre Semenoff, and Masato Yano, which he's only won by rear naked choke and unanimous decision. We have not seen him really unleash a striking that we know he eventually turns into. If he does, oh boy, he's going to be a problem. But I think right now, if we put him in there with somebody that is a pretty, I wouldn't say on the same wavelength as far as skill set, because just with his reach, and I think his grappling is pretty significant, but there's just some absolute killers in that middleweight division. If he gets paired with the wrong guy, he's going to get fucked up. I would love to see, him and Rampage. I know Rampage is obviously getting older, and, they did that in UFC, but I just would, kind of would love to see kind of what he does in the UFC, weirdly enough, as far as taking on some of the veteran guys, but also, guys like Leona Machida, which it looked like, as far as when he choked out Machida was crazy, and there's a lot of fun fights for him to have in the middleweight division, that's for sure, for John Bones Jones. And then the Irish Car Bomb, Todd Duffy, taking on Hideki Yoshida, as Todd Duffy making his Pride FC debut, significant weight advantage. Hideki Yoshida, of course, has been around since the beginning of the fave, since 2003 when he fought Horace Gracie, a body blow, and he took on Nobika Takada and even Ogawa, too. So he had some fun fights in the beginning. Had the Crow Cop fight at Shockwave, got knocked out. Lost to Kazuki Fujita, beat Bob Sapp, lost a couple of more fights, took on Shamrock and Ray Cepho, which, just embarrassing. 2008 Ken Shamrock, it's just, when we signed him, what a abysmal run he had in his return. And then Ray Cepho, another guy that I was hoping would do very well for us, and just couldn't grapple for shit. And anytime we threw him in there against someone that had a judo background or a wrestling background, he just get fucked up. Even a kickboxing background at times, he get knocked out. But Todd Duffy, I'm expecting him to just maul him. We'll see how that goes. And then Casey K.O. Nolan taking on Alexis Alligator Davis. What a shit nickname. As Alexis Davis is the favorite, 7-0. Big favorite on the betting lines. Both are making their debuts. Casey Nolan She's given up an 8-inch reach advantage. She has had a good bit of fights, though. 18 fights under her, and it's 12-6. It's only a 2-fight win streak, which one of them was a local fighter, so not that big of a deal. She got released from Smack Girl, going 1-2. She's fought some tough girls, though. Judy Neff and Shayna Baszler, Emi Fujino, Julie Kedzie, and all those girls she's lost to. Not a great sign. But we'll see. We got to fill the division out somehow. And Alexis Davis, 2-0. As far as having that reach advantage. That's crazy, as far as an 8-inch reach advantage when she's only 3 inches taller than her. But yeah, Alexis Davis looks like she's going to take Casey Nolan to the woodshed here as it was minus 460 favorite. TriStar Gym. No team for Casey K.O. Nolan. Not looking good for Casey Nolan. Here's San Luis Obispo, California. And then for the Ontario native for Alexis Davis. They're both, weighed in at 145, though. So we'll see what happens. Mark Goddard's the referee. Ringside judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Coming to trade blows here. Those are countered left, but doesn't connect on it. And there's a crunching right hook after the jab is wide. Punch from Davis fails to land. Casey Nolan look for a trip takedown. Interesting. Trying to get some dirty boxing now. Trying to muscle up against those. She does so. There's a short left uppercut now. Interesting. Seeing someone with jiu-jitsu skills like that. And she is just laying it in. There's a small gash now underneath the eye of Casey Nolan. There's a knee strike inside her own knee. Trapped against the ropes. It takes a sharp stomp on the foot. And now she's stuck against the ropes. Gets blasted with the right hand. Manages to pull Davis in close. Stop anything more from happening. There's another vicious stomp. Mark Goddard's going to finally break him up. There's a left jab, but Nolan avoids the big right. Casey Nolan keeps on pushing the pace, though. There's a counter jab. Left jab and a right cross lands hard, and there is a big strike there. She is wobbling up against the ropes now. Alexis Davis is going to come in for the kill, and there is a right hand right through the guard, and she is rocked again. Oh my God. Mark Goddard, stop the goddamn fight. There we go. She was getting pounded up against the ropes. Alexis Davis, though, yeah. What are we doing, Mark Goddard? You got to step in there, as Alexis Davis is your winner. She proved there that she's definitely the favorite for a reason. She pretty much outclassed her the whole time. Casey Nolan at least landed a shot, but yeah, just not great. Not a great debut. As she would stick on Adriana Jenkins. And so she thanks everyone connected to TriStar Gym, helping them prepare for the fight, and then her sponsors for supporting her financially. Yeah, having the Adriana Jenkins fight, we'll have to look and see how the betting lines line up, see if it's a favorable fight for both girls. But the Irish Car Bomb, Todd Duffy taking on Hideki Yoshida, 6'3", 255, 5'11", 220. Tokyo, Japan, Atlanta, Georgia, 2-0, 6-5 boxing background for Todd Duffy. Judo background, of course, for Hideki Yoshida. Pancreasism. Madui Entertainment, I never know how to pronounce that, but minus 290 for Todd Duffy is the favorite. Mark Goddard's back out there. Hopefully nobody else gets killed tonight. Yeah, Yoshida giving up, as far as height and 35 pounds as well. Shida, though, is fighting from the home crowd, so we'll see what he can do. Moving in closer, ready to attack. There's a 1-2 from Duffy that fails to land, and now he hits a can't hit the slap left jab, but it's a crunching right hook, though. Jab is wide, and there's a beautiful straight right. Another jab and a crunching right hook. Oh, God, he is punch drunk here. Oh, there's a spinning back fist. Hell yeah. Come on, finish him here. Heavy shots. Come on, Mark. God, stop it. There we go. Todd Duffy, though. What a debut. Love of spinning back fist. It was a great fight for Todd Duffy, and that's crazy. It was only a minus 290 favorite. It was kind of close, but pretty much outclassed him the whole way, and yeah, he's going to be a problem. It looks like, as far as standing-wise, and with that boxing background, he was fucking him up pretty much the whole time. He's happy to have won in his Pride FC debut. He's very happy to be here. Hell yeah. And then Jorge, Santiago, and John Bones Jones. 12-4-1, 3-0. Pretty close on the betting lines. Minus 220, plus 170. He should have finished Masato Yano, and Masato Yano hung on. I'm wanting that killer instinct from John Bones Jones. We'll see if it... Mark Goddard. Is he the only referee tonight? This is nuts. But John Jones looks significantly bigger than Santiago Gutierrez, even though they weighed in the same. Yeah, he's probably fighting at like 215, 225, maybe even bigger. Two fighters stand and trade strikes. Neither fighter can land a significant blow, though. They're going toe-to-toe strikes. Nothing really happening, though. Now Jones gets a good position. The clinch, look at our suplex, and there is a ragdoll from John Bones Jones. And now he's in side control, looking for Mount. They scramble. Oh, scrambles up first, and Jones is up first. He's quick to wrestle against the ropes. Now they're just going to lean all that weight on him. not great here from John Bones Jones, and they just kind of restart back in the center. Santiago is confidently moving in closer, looking to throw some strikes. John Jones looking for that grappling edge if he can get it, as there's a punch, but Santiago avoids it. Jab lands from Santiago, but misses the big right hand. There's a left hand, and John Jones again avoiding the big right. Counter left hand from Santiago. Two-punch combination. Santiago avoids both of them. As Santiago misses the right cross, here comes the counter. It's a left jab and a roundhouse kick to the body. That's too short, though. And the jab hits him, and he catches him with a roundhouse kick to the body. Now John Jones using the kicks here. There's a weak flicked left-hand jab from Santiago. There's two left jabs, like crunching right hook. Stepping into the pocket now. Holy shit, there's a combination. Doesn't trouble his opponent, though, with a high right head kick. But if he would have landed that, that would have been all she wrote. Can't connect with the jab. Another body kick, though. Counter jab. Can't connect with the jab. Another body kick. There's a right. Fails to find out his jab, but there's a right hand to the ribs. That's the end of the first round. So, body shots there from John Jones. Had the takedown. Other than that, not a whole lot, but he did outstrike him, and he won the round. He did enough to win it. We'll see what happens in the second. Santiago, though, looking for a trip. Can't get him, though. Now John Jones got him where he wants him, up against the ropes. I hate that he just puts all of his weight on him. I wish he was trying to finish guys. That would be fantastic to see, because I know he's got the ability to do it. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination of the low kicks, and he even gets that last kick caught. Looking for the takedown. Not happening, though. Just keeps him against the ropes again. God damn it, John Jones. Come on. As they trying to get a leg sweep. Not happening. Jones is now back in control. Looking for a slam. Holy shit. Slams him down to end out the second round. Again, John Jones doing enough to win the round. See what happens in the third. They clinch. Jones is the aggressor. Another wrestling takedown. Yep, it's belly to belly. This man is put on a suplexing clinic, though. Trying to sweep from the bottom now. Not happening. Trying to sweep again. That's not happening. As, John Jones is just, he's in his world. Is in his element. You can't out-wrestle him, and you probably can't out-strike him. You probably can't even touch him with a nice strike. Can't connect with the sub-strikes. There's a nice right hook, though. John Jones is trying to get the advantage. Another wrestling takedown, yeah. Unreal. Trying to pass and get better position. Can't quite get it, though. Now deflects a couple punches from the bottom. Throws a few strikes. Leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings, and there is your winner, John Bones Jones, making that 4-0. Yeah, I think what it is the WMMA 5 fight engine doesn't really, like, the way John Jones throws his elbows and stuff, really, that's not, like, programmed. I've never seen somebody, like, throw elbows at a consistent basis like John does and did. It's, just that's not the way he fights, really. It's just kind of using his grappling and kind of wear guys out. He looks to finish fights. Like, that man will finish a fight. He's not really looking for a lay and pray or, any type of just get somebody up against the ropes and just keep him there. He, for the most part, he's looking to finish guys. As giving thanks, John Jones praises his team at Team Bomb Squad, is very responsive to all the fans giving support. Gives a show of respect to his opponent there. As Clay, the Carpenter Guida, taking on Joe Hurley. As 18-7-1, 9-1 for Clay Guida. Both guys have the minus 110, minus 140 Team Quest, Thug Jitsu. Joe Hurley, shoot fighting style wrestling background for Clay Guida. Jonesburg, Illinois, Walnut Creek, California. Mark Goddard, again's our referee. Ringside judges, as Guida appeared to try to get in close, but Hurley took the initiative. Jab lands from Hurley. Doesn't hit the body kick, though. And now, Hurley doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination with a body kick. And even worse, Guida manages to catch it, looking for the takedown. Not happening, though. Pulls the leg free. Guida gets a hold of him, looking for a Muay Thai clinch. Can't do it, though. As, can't hit the left jab. Hits the right hand, though, this Hurley. Now, Guida again gets a hold of him, looking to control him against the ropes. He's trying to get into that Muay Thai clinch. He does so. Oh, there's an elbow. We were just talking about. Where's that damn elbow? And there's a vicious elbow to the face. Looking for that knee strike. Hurley blocks it. And even gets out of it. And now a jab is wide that hits Guida with a straight right, though. Guida gets hold of him again without taking too much damage. Trying to muscle up against the ropes. Hurley's not going anywhere, though. Now he's got him pinned. Looking for the elbow strike again, but Hurley gets enough space to pull clear circle out. Jab lands. Big right hand misses. Guida's able to grab him. Looking for this, as far as the second half of the first round now. Guida's looking to keep control. Knee strike to the thigh. Knee strike to the ribs now. Throws a knee strike, but Hurley prevents it using his wrestling. Going to the ribs. Then the head with short punches. Trying to get a foot stomp here. Seizes that chance to create some space and break free. Connects with the jab. Misses the vicious right hand. Is able to grab him. Look at the muscle against the ropes. Got him against the ropes. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Can't fight it out of it, though. Finds an attempted knee strike. Fights off the attempted knee strike, rather. And finds the leverage he needs to wrestle him into the Muay Thai clinch. Jab lands from Hurley. Guida dodges the body kick. Hurley's now breathing a little heavier now. Jab is wide. Looks for a leg kick. And he hits it. Nice job there from Joe Hurley. At least trying to get something going. But Clay Guida is a savage. Keeps on going forward. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination with a body kick. Guida's able to get control again. Got him against the ropes. A couple of punches to the ribs. To end out the second. Interesting second round because Joe Hurley did a little bit more. Just felt like Clay Guida was pushing the fight, though, a little bit. So, depending on how you want to grade that, I would probably give that to Joe Hurley. But, as far as he won the 5-minute round, and obviously Clay won the 10-minute round, so he's still losing them. If he gets this third round, though, this should be quite interesting. Guida wants to get some grappling going. There's a punch, but Guida was good to it. Able to grab him. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch. He out-wrestles him now. Looking for a takedown. That would have been big, but Guida blocks it. Hurley isn't going anywhere, though. Hurley is looking to try and keep this fight close, at least. He keeps on fighting for his life here. Guida with a knee strike to the to the ribs when he's off the ropes. A couple of short punches to the body and the side of the head. There's a glancing elbow strike now. There's a knee strike to the thigh. A couple of punches to the ribs and the head. Another stomp. Mark Otter's going to separate him with a minute left. Clay Guida's starting to slow down. Can't connect the sub strikes. Hits the right cross, though. Guida, again, gets him without... Oh, there's a slam. Big slam there from Clay Guida. I might have sealed it. We'll see. As, I'm an idiot. I don't know why I was thinking, wow. I don't know why I was a round ahead there. So, yeah, Joe Hurley won the first round. And Clay Guida has won the second, though. I don't know what happened where I was a round ahead, but that was embarrassing. But now we're all caught up. We're all squared. Clay Guida needs to win this round. Needs to have a dominant round like he did in there in the second. Looking to shorten the range, not happening, though. There's a quick punch doesn't land. Guida gets in close, clinches with him, trying to get him against the ropes. Got him backed against the ropes now, knee strike to the thigh. Smothers him against the ropes, another knee strike. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch, he's got it hooked in now. Hurley needs to find a way out quickly. There's a knee strike, but doesn't connect. Hurley isn't able to get free either. Oh my god, what an elbow. Knocks him out cold. Clay Guida, what a fucking knockout. We were just saying, on the analytics side, we're just like, man, I would love to see Clay Guida get a knockout here. He gets that knockout, knocks out Joe Hurley. His 10th now win. 10-1 for Clay Guida. Would love to see him take on a top 15 guy now, potentially, as he's just been running through guys so far, as he's been tremendous. Giving thanks, praises Team at Team Quest, is very responsive to all the fans who came out to support him. Names local clubs that he's heading there for a post-fight post-victory party, and everyone is welcome. Solid performance from marketable fighter, as the natural-born killer Carlos Condon taking on Martin the Hitman Catman. 10-6, 7-3. This is a big fight for both guys. This is for Carlos Condon to keep moving up in that welterweight division, and this is for his first win in Pride FC for Martin Catman. He is the favorite, but we've seen in the past, just because he's the favorite does not mean he's going to get the win, as Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, Muay Thai background for Martin Catman. Hammer House for Carlos Condon, Team Link for Martin Catman. Mark Otter is again our referee, Jesus Christ. As our ringside judges, here we go. Catman comes forward looking to get an exchange here. There's two left hands from Condon. There's a 1-2. Condon was equal to it. Missing the big right hand, allowing Condon to counter the glancing high kick. They step in the center now. Catman is off balance. Here comes after falling for a clever feint, and Condon was looking for something. He slips past the right hook, counters the left jab, but a low kick doesn't connect, though. Catman again's off target. Here comes a counter. Left jab and a left kick to the body. Or left kick to the body, rather. Jesus. Catman hits a jab that is wide of the mark on a head kick attempt, though. There's another leg kick from Condon. Fools him with a feint again. And putting him off balance as Catman misses the big right hand. Here comes a spin kick to the ribs. Love to see that. Missing the jab. Scores with the right hook, though. Does Catman off target with a left jab. Here comes a left roundhouse kick to the body. Body shots have been very interesting to see, as there's a left jab and it's off target with a head kick again. There's a jab and a spin kick to the ribs from Catman this time. Condon counters now with the right hand with a quick left jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body. Body shots, man. Catman gets countered again, allowing Condon to attack with a sequence of jabs that are followed by a right hook that's ducked. Exchange to the center. There's a left kick to the rib cage. Off target with a left jab hits the right hand. They stand trade. Nothing really comes of it, though. Two left hands, the exchange from Condon. There's a left jab, a falling leg kick misses. Misses the left jab, also misses the roundhouse kick to the body. There's a leg kick, doesn't connect, though. Exchange, misses the big right hand, allowing Catman to counter with a jab and a right hand that narrowly fails to connect. Catman's starting to breathe a little heavier now. as he shows a good kick defense, as he's easily checked by a hard low kick. Shows his great guard by absorbing 3-punch flurry, as a quick exchange does not produce any damage though on those strikes. Another quick exchange, nothing really happening though. Condit misses left jab, also misses spinning back kick. Catman can't get past the great guard of Condit. 2 punches are simply absorbed. They stay in trade, nothing really happens though. Dodges the right hand. Here comes a counterattack from Condit with a left jab and a spinning back kick that doesn't connect again. There's a left jab and misses the right hook. There's a left jab, it also lands the left roundhouse kick to the body. As these body shots, you figure they're going to do some damage. As so far we have not seen that effect yet, but misses badly with the right roundhouse kick to the body, and he gets kind of a jab and a wayward spin kick to the body. Low kick misses for Condit, doesn't find the mark on the right hook, misses the right cross. Here comes a counter, as it's a jab, but the body kick misses again. Condit's starting to slow down. There's a left jab, it doesn't connect with the body kick, or with the lead kick rather. As there's a left jab, it also hits the spinning kick to the body from Catman. Catman's off target after falling for a clever feint. As he misses the right cross, here comes Condit with a left jab and a good right hook off the counter. Misses the jab, but also misses the roundhouse kick to the body. Can't the right cross thanks to Condit bobbing and weaving. Condit dodges the right hand and attacks with a spin kick again. Toe-to-toe with strikes, neither fighter can land anything to end out the first. Interesting first round though, both guys are kind of doing the same thing. As Condit just was a little bit better than him. Won that round for sure, we'll see what happens in the second. Condit with a leg kick to start it off. There's a jab, can't connect with the body kick though. Exchange of blows comes and goes out at your fighter, really landing anything. Looks very tired though, Catman looking to just try and get something going, but I don't think he's going to have enough to finish him or anything. I just feel like Catman's going to get finished here sooner rather than later. Got him against the ropes. Trying to control him as he simply smothers him though against the ropes. Looking to throw an elbow as Catman sees that chance to break free. And now Catman's starting to feel the fatigue. Now his hands are starting to lower just a fraction. There's a good one, too, though, from Catman. There's a nice roundhouse kick. Oh, and he hurts him there with that roundhouse kick. There is a right hand to the jaw that knocks him down. Is he going to finish him here on the ground? Several good shots. Looking for looking for an armbar, rather. Excuse me, as, yep. I don't know why guys do that. Going for the submission there at the end of the round. Just keep fucking him up. Side control just gets a knee just above the hip there. This Carl's kind of another rib shot, this time with ribs to the knee. Yeah, Carl's Condit's winning this fight. We'll see what happens in the third. Maybe Catman can surprise us and shockingly get a knockout. Misses the big right hand, putting him off balance. Here comes Condit with a left roundhouse kick to the body. Left hand from Catman, and now connects with a couple of jabs. Also, quick head kick, and there he is again, backed up against the ropes. He is hurt, and there is a big right hand through the guard, sending him down to the canvas. Is he going to go for the kill here? I cannot believe Catman surviving these arsenal of stomps and kicks. Trying to get some ground control now. Kind of comes around the raised legs. He's got side control. So again, he's just going to probably get some knees into the ribs. Just still doing damage, you know, as far as it's still looking good for Carlos Condit, obviously, with another knockdown. And Condit's breathing very hard. So is Catman. They're going to stand him up with 23 seconds now. Left jab, but comes short of the body kick. There's a left jab and a right cross. That wobbles him again. Oh my god, head kick knocks him out with 14 seconds left. Carlos Condit is a fucking savage. 1 second left in the fight. He gets that finish. You love to see it. I mean, Carlos Condit. Shout out Martin Kevin for surviving a lot of just an onslaught of kicks and strikes. He landed a lot of strikes there to Carlos Condit, but I mean, he landed close to 100 strikes. 60 some, about 70 actually, standing strikes, and then 38 ground strikes. It's a lot. That is a little over 100 strikes he absorbed, and that is a lot of damage. A lot of damage. But he thanks everyone connected to Hammer House for helping him prepare for the fight. His sponsor supporting him financially. Praises Catman for the tough fight. And now our two debutees fighting against each other in the welterweight contest as Anthony Torres, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, plus 270, underdog, 17-6. Josh Burkeman, the People's Warrior, 13-6, wrestling background. Next generation, though, he does have a fight camp. He is the favorite for a reason. I think that fight camp's going to give him a bit of an edge, but we'll see what happens. Big John McCarthy, finally, a new referee, is out there as Burkeman spins his instructions, stretching himself, preparing for the battle. Fight begins, they touch gloves, exchange strikes, nothing really comes of it, though. And they come together, have the same idea with a clinch. Burkeman has the control of the clinch, looking to get him with a knee strike, trying to get him against the ropes. Can't do it, though. Anthony Torres doing a good job here. Hanging on, well, until now. He gets caught up against the ropes, looking for the takedown. He's got the takedown, too. We'll see what he does on his back as he's trying to pull him in close and pepper him with short strikes. That's not happening. Try to get past the guard. Not happening. Gets blocked. Trying to catch him with a punch that's Torres from the bottom. Not happening. Trying to pass. It's a scramble. As Burkeman comes out on top, though. As Torres is down in a turtle up position. Looking for a knee to the head, but Torres quickly scooted back and stands back up. They clinch up again. Burkeman's the aggressor, looking to get him against the ropes again. Looking for another takedown. He's got it as well. But he's got him on his hands and knees, so he's just going to sting him with a couple of big shots. Looking for a Darce choke. He's got him with the Darce choke. Josh Burkeman. God damn. He made light work out of Anthony Torres. Big win. Big win for Josh Burkeman. 14-6 now. As he thanks everyone to Next Generation for helping him prepare for the fight, and sponsors supporting him financially. Visibly delighted, starting his Pride debut with a win. So our co-main event, Masako Yoshida taking on Anna Michelle Tavares, 13-6, 10-3, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, grappling background, Cobra Kai Dojo, no team from Anna Michelle Tavares. It is close though, minus 130, minus 110, 1 inch and 10 pounds does Anna Michelle Tavares have over Masako Yoshida. See what happens. Mark Goddard's back out there. Yoshida is fighting from a home crowd tonight. Gets a big cheer. She enters. Fight begins. Tavares looking for the takedown. She's got the single leg. Some elbows now. Trying to sweep Tavares. Not happening though. Yet Anna Michelle Tavares is a savage. Trying to push her away while defending the elbows. Gets right out of the guard. Looking to come in and get back into position. But scoots backwards does Yoshida. And there comes the scramble. Tavares ends up in half guard though. So basically where we're at. And another scramble. Yoshida somehow is under north-south control of Tavares now. A couple of elbows to the body. And now Yoshida, look at the scramble again. And now Tavares is inside control. We're just going all around the world here, and down here on the ground. Yoshida's trying to pull guard on Tavares, not happening. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath. Blocks it in to pull guard. Throws some small strikes, but it's clearly just taking a moment to try and catch his breath. Shows a full guard on Tavares, doesn't get with the attempt. Throws a few strikes there are without venom. Throws a few right hands to the body, trying to move to guard, but Tavares doesn't allow it. Walk out again, going to stand him up as about to shoot in, but Yoshida steps in fast. Knee strike and the grapple, and it's the side of the stomach. Yoshida's trying to get her up against her. She does so, looking for the takedown. Good takedown from Masako Yoshida, though. Tavares is on her back now. Trying to go to the full guard. Not happening, though. Trying to pass. And she passes, but it's a scramble now. And Tavares is back on her back. And now looking to get side control. And Tavares keeps her down there in half guard. Looking for the double underhooks now. Trying to prevent Yoshida from launching any strikes. A short elbow, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the round. It's an interesting round because I thought Tavares did a little bit more. I think she won that round. It's close, though. It's definitely still anybody's fight. Round 2, though. Let's see what happens. Tavares, again, looking to get that takedown right out of the gate, but gets sprawled. Pushes down on her hands and knees, looking to get some punches here, but Tavares is already back up. And now she's staying clinch with her, trying to get her up against the ropes. Can't do it, though, as Yoshida ends up getting out-wrestled. Now Tavares is looking for the takedown, and yeah, can't get stopped there. Got her back, got both looks in, that's all she wrote. Yep. Anna Michelle Tavares is a savage. Oh, boy. I mean, she pretty much outclassed her once she got her down. I mean, got the hooks in. That was all she wrote. It was automatic at that point, but I don't know. Masako Yoshida, she's the 12th pound-for-pound person, 5th strawweight, 9th featherweight in the world. As far as we'll have to look and see, the 11th women in Pride. So, I mean, Anna Michelle Tavares, I guess, is going to have to take on top 5 guy. Or top 5 girl, in this case. But maybe top 10. But I think she's ready for a top 5 person. Just the way she's dominated people, it's been insane. Great win for her. As she says it was a tough fight. She gives her respect to Masako Yoshida. Thanks her sponsors, all of her fans. I would love to see her join a fight camp, though. That would really raise her game to the next level. So our main event, Amar Suleov and Dan Henderson. Middleweight contest. Both guys weighed in 205. And Napa, Russia. Apple Valley, California. Pretty close records. 18-4, 19-9. Greco-Roman wrestling background for Dan Henderson. Kickboxing background for Amar Suleov. He is the underdog, plus 200. Favorite for Amar Suleov. Paresta for Amar Suleov. Team Quest for Dan Henderson as a minus 200 favorite, as Yozo is our referee. Ringside judges here. Jab lands from Suleov, misses the body kick. Stranger strikes doesn't happen, though. He's looking angling for a grapple, but couldn't take the initiative. Jab lands. Misses the vicious right hand, though. Henderson hits a jab and has no power behind it. Lands a jab and a lovely right head kick. Big strike there for that head kick. Oh my god. The huge right hand knocks out Dan Henderson, knocks him out cold. Knocks him out cold as Suleov is a problem. He is a problem for sure. You can't sleep on him. Knocks him out cold after the head kick. Tremendous striking ability as Suleov happened. He's someone to definitely watch out for in that middleweight division, but that was impressive. I mean, he has been on an absolute tear, and as far as only up from here from Suleov. He is ranked number 3. I don't know if he should fight the winner of Fabio Maldonado and Anderson Silva next, but I mean, he has been absolute unit in there. I don't know if he should fight Chuck next. Like Chuck Liddell and Suleov could be a fun fight. We'll see. We'll definitely see, because they'll be ready to go in a couple of weeks probably. And just a hell of a top of the card though. Clay Guida though dominating. Joe Hurley, Carlos Condit dominating Martin Kampmann, and then John Bones Jones doing his thing. We decreased our pop a little bit in some places, a lot in some places for Canada and Russia, but +1 though for the South America, so that's cool. Alrighty, so we have performance bonus. Maybe not for Suleov. I don't know. He did knock him out pretty impressively. Yeah, but Carlos Condit for sure. Clay Guida for sure. Probably won't give one to John. Probably should give one to John Jones. Josh Burkeman. Anthony Torres was ranked 7th, but he completely outclassed him. And I guess everybody who won is going to get a performance bonus on the main card. That's fine by me. We're in a good spot financially to do that. But yeah, a couple of guys making $200,000. Good sign. Poor Casey Nolan only made $1,600. Yeah, the undercard. I mean, Martin Kampmann only made $5,000 too. That's a tough break. Listen, you gotta win. Those performance bonuses are where it's at. Yeah, I mean, we still made a little over $2.5 million just from the ads and subscriptions. That's a good sign. What a show. What a worldwide taping. That's a fun little worldwide taping. And thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.